before we go into whether Alan is still in form or not, let's talk about Enzo. Enzo was dropped, and Enzo Fernandez, the
Was
World Cup.
banned, not dropped. Banned
Oh,
for
okay,
two
banned.
games.
They were dropped for two
And I
games.
dropped for 2 games
I
is
don't know
bad.
why the use
He
of
was
What
word.
is the meaning of
he
Enzo
bad?
was
was
he was on
dropped.
the
It was
bench
banned.
today.
Club record signing, and then what do you guys think about it? There's been a lot of opinions. I think Paul Mason has something to say, which was shocking. I didn't know Paul Mason would go in that direction. Paul Mason was like, "You don't drop your best player." I don't know if Enzo is our best player this season, so I'm like, "Oh, Chelsea has the best player." So I'm not sure what do you guys think about Liam
But
dropping Enzo and coming out to say he dropped him for 2 games as usual, just talking.
remember when we were talking about our best players of the season, and I said Enzo was my hair. So I,
Enzo,
yeah, I said Enzo. I mean, Palmer was not doing anything. Who was the other person? Maybe João Pedro.
Pedro,
But
yeah.
João Pedro was having sports, but Enzo was like most consistently at least dropping 6 to 7 over 10 every game. I think I would say he was the most consistent player we had. It's just player, it's just consistent player. I
He
think
really had a bad game.
he really has a bad game, exactly. I think this one is fully on Liam. I think something is happening behind the scenes that nobody's really talking about. I feel because Pastore, Enzo's agent, was talking about how for 3 months they've been negotiating contract and they've not given them the terms that they want. Chelsea are not giving them the terms that they want. I think that is where the real problem is. Like Enzo is here thinking this club is not going anywhere. People are not giving me money. Let me go and play with people that like to win things stuff. They're like, no, you have 6 years remaining. So he's doing that unhappy player thing. Like constantly saying like I'm unhappy, I'm on this, I'm that, so that you can't just keep an unhappy player. Chelsea are the only people that have done the Sterling thing. No other club in history will do that kind of thing. Playing like a very good player that amount of wages and just bench him far away. Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea will even do it for Enzo self. So it feels like it's a club team, not necessarily Liam team.
makes sense.
But that's my problem with Liam. You don't need to come and talk and say, hey, we are dropping this guy because of you can just he has made a story out of nothing now because rather I'm sure there are like 1,000 journalists that have already typed draft ready for Man City game. As soon as the results that we think or that they think, not me, because me, I know Chelsea will win because we're a big club. But as soon as the result that they think happens will happen, bam, you just start seeing, hey,
Draft video.
Liam, this. So he has gone and created situations like he should not have. He just come and say, I talked to the guys who we are going to deal with it internally. Bam, keep quiet, leave it there. Don't come and say you dropped for two. What
They asked
who are you doing it for? Who are you
Because
telling?
okay, to cut you short, sorry to cut you short, Michael. Remember, was it Euro or something? There was some tournament that Enzo went and was doing some racist chants, and he came back to the team, and they said James called him, and he died. And I think Enzo played. I remember them just supposed to say
Yeah,
maybe they should have not allowed him play the game, and that thing
no.
just died. They slowed. They said he paid a fine, and there was no problem.
yeah.
They had to play the
Nobody, yeah, exactly. I do not even remember this thing again
They,
because it
they
just
asked
died.
they asked Pep about Rodri's talking about Spain. Pep said it's nothing. So it's nothing. It's like also too, you guys should start calling me prophet. I start the church. When did I talk about Enzo's wages again? I said I think it's a wage issue that they want to push the highest wages out. Mickey, you should have I said it a while
No,
back,
no,
right?
no, no, no. That's inaccurate.
this wage
Enzo is
thing.
not
I don't believe.
our
I don't believe
highest
this wage
wage
thing.
earner.
I
No,
think
He is
I think
after
it's
his
Fofana.
he is
no. It is
180,000
actually
pounds per week.
no. It is
But I
for
think
Probably Fofana.
Fofana. It's Fofana.
Yeah,
Fofana
probably
is on
Fofana.
200k. I think it's Fofana,
Nobody's on
Cucurella.
200k in
no sef, if
Chelsea.
you're
Yeah,
checking Google a lot
Nobody.
these days, check
Fofana
Google. Shebi you
is.
be checking
I'm
Google these
serious.
days, check open
Because
Google.
Enzo is on 180.
Fofana was signed in the same transfer window with Sterling and Koulibaly. So that was the
Enzo is
best
on
way.
180k.
Eh?
Enzo is on 180k.
Yeah, and
Enzo is on
Fofana
How much
is
is
on
Fofana
180k.
on?
200.
How much is Fofana?
He's on 200.
I know there's a 180k. 180k that you can push out is good deal.
No,
So
180k
why are
is
they not
not
trying to push Fofana
180k
out
is
then if
not
it's
big
wages?
wages in today's. I know we are in the
No, in
20s.
Chelsea's big wages.
No,
In
oh
Chelsea's big
no,
wages.
no, 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 no. Come on,
That's
come
the
on.
second highest salary.
No, no. But it's not
No, he
not
can't
big
get
in the
our
scheme
second
of
highest
football.
salary. James is 250k now.
James, no, James is
James
on
has
200.
reduced his own now.
Yeah, reduce his own.
Yeah, but Chelsea,
God,
this
that
Blue
guy
Co
there.
comfortably played the 250K for like almost 4 years.
Because they had no choice.
Who says who? They could have forced him out or asked him to.
They
Sometimes I
couldn't.
remember
He's the captain of the club. He's English. They couldn't. He's like the
No,
face of the
It would
you
have
club.
can't you
been, it
can't
would
say
have been
180K is
disaster.
big wages.
I'm
It would have
saying that,
been media
like, for
disaster.
Chelsea now, I feel that, like I said, they want to get Enzo out, and it's financial reasons, and they are both of them know what's happening.
I don't think so. I think it's
but
all
to be honest, I
Enzo's
thought the
doing.
whole weight thing was a distraction.
No, I don't think so,
I
because
think that's the
like
crux of the matter.
because my thought is that it's not even the wage alone. You see that balance of money they are owing on Enzo. They want to get it off their annual what's it called annual
Balance sheet.
expenditure.
Yeah.
But if they are doing it this way, doesn't it reduce Enzo's value? Like if they are
No,
making
so like I explained to you about transfer, it's on amortization for 8.5 years. They know that Enzo today they will sell him for at least 60 million. Now, maybe what they are owing on Enzo is remaining 70 million. They know we'll get 10 million profit. But the important thing is that to meet PSR is your annual expenditure. So if they can take off another 40 million off it, it's good deal for Chelsea. That can buy them another two players
That's
for
it.
cheap.
yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. Look at Gusto,
It's
my boy.
I
business.
bet with Gittins,
Doing okay.
They'll buy Johnston Adams.
Who is
Oh,
that?
okay. So
It's an Arsenal
it's
joke.
where
do
nobody
you think
knows.
It's
so?
an Arsenal joke.
That's the
Enzo
joke.
should have been dropped, or how do you think Liam should have handled it? Do you think he should have handled it
Just
another way?
just keep quiet.
Just keep
Simple.
quiet. Just keep
And
quiet.
just don't play him today and say you are trying to rest him after the international
That's
break.
what
End
I
of
was. That's what
discussion.
Joseph was saying that he could have said that. That's what I'm asking you specifically because he doesn't say anything wrong with Liam saying
No, yeah,
Enzo
Yeah,
was
and
not.
also
Liam should have dropped Enzo. He did the right thing, but his approach was wrong. I don't think he should have announced it
just keep
2
quiet.
days before. He could have announced it like, when they are announcing the lineup and he'll say, "Oh, Enzo is dropped," before the game starts, and he'll say, "Yeah, it's for disciplinary reasons," and that's it. But talking about it like before the game, like 2 days before the game, it just creates unnecessary distraction for the club. Thank God that we came out to win 7-0, so it doesn't really matter anymore.
That's a big club.
I personally think what he should have done was I don't think there are times that you discipline a player and you don't say anything. Like I remember when Eze was dropped, everybody knew what happened, but Ateta did not say a single word about what happened. It was just more like I'll make the best decision for the team. Kept on. Didn't say, oh, he did this, he didn't do that. Even the case of Aubameyang, Ozil, Ateta never said about till
But the
today.
difference,
Nothing in
the
public till
context
today.
is Eze wasn't your best player. That's the context.
No, I'm just saying that like as coaches, there's a way you handle issues without creating further problem for your squad.
Of course.
So it's an internal matter. Like what Enzo did during the racist chant was an international problem, but Chelsea managed in such a way that it did not become a Chelsea problem.
I
Because the
remember.
moment you start punishing him, then it's not a Chelsea problem.
Yep.
So
Anyways,
But
moving on now.
he,
Since we're still talking about
one second, Shay. He gave like 3 interviews on that topic. It's like he continued, like he wanted a reaction from the club, and he has gotten
just
it.
call him. Just call
Another
him.
thing they could have probably done was probably strip him of the captaincy or the vice captain. That's another thing you guys are not
It's easier.
understanding.
Yeah.
He's also
Just do
our
that.
vice captain. He's not just a regular player. If your vice captain is saying something like that and you just keep quiet, it means there's no standard. It even goes back to what you were saying about Arteta. When Arteta wanted to instill the discipline and he saw that, oh, Aubameyang and all these senior players are not behaving properly, he had to get rid of them to maintain that discipline. So there's no way Liam is just going to let him have a pass. I don't see. You have to discipline
No,
him.
we're not saying you should not have a pass. We're saying he doesn't need to doesn't need to make news of it.
Use that
I can
advantage.
just do it quietly inside the club. Like it's not as if Estaval and the other people will not see that, oh, they benched this guy for saying things.
No.
Discipline. He doesn't need to come and tell us and create a story now. Because again, the storyline will now be oh, he has dropped his best player.
Dressing room
If
issues.
ahead and actually if Man City now decide to Alan decide to score hat trick now, they will say
They'll
Enzo
say
was not
because of that.
that was why. You
Because
see.
he could simply just say that it's Real Madrid. Every player wants to play Real Madrid, and that
Mhm.
is the end.
Yeah,
Then you're
like
not
the
going
way
to deal
Pep
with
That
did
makes
his
so much
own.
sense.
Yeah,
Everybody knows.
yeah.
you're not going to deal with the player in secret.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Well,